Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Happy September 3rd, Labor Day weekend. I'm sure a lot of you are very happy you get a long weekend. And I think that's great. I think everybody should have lots of long weekends. Just to de-stress. That would be great. Well, today it's going to be 87, and for the next 4 days it's going to hover around the 90-degree mark. And then it'll cool off again, but I'm not looking forward to the 90 degrees. Not my thing anymore. I used to love the heat when I was younger. I'd get really happy when it was like, oh, it's going to be 93 or 94, but ugh. Not anymore. The body just can't take the extremes of heat or cold anymore. But that's okay. You know, it's all a trade-off. Some things you like about your body, some things you don't. But the main part is you're happy in your own skin. So let's put some creamer in the coffee. It's hazelnut again, and I'm almost to the last scoop of that. And we'll see. We'll see what the next flavor will be. If I have to go to the chock full of nuts, I'll probably end up using more of the syrups to flavor my coffee. But we'll see. All right, let's give this a taste. Cheers. So today, I'm going to a barbecue at my family's house. That'll be nice. And I always take my own not meat products to throw on the grill. And it works out just fine. So if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you know, don't let that stop you. Just take your own food. Take a little extra of something that everybody can eat to share. And there's no problem. So it's not supposed to rain for the next few days either, which I wish it was going to, because then I wouldn't have to water. But I'm going to put on my big girl pants and get out there and do some watering. Even though that's sort of run its course with me. But I did all that work, so I need to see it through to the end. So, all right, I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and then I will meet you at the budget book. Okay, here we are back at the budget book. Yesterday I didn't spend any money, but my chair and my table did arrive, so I need to put the table together yet and get the chair set up. And I tried the chair out yesterday, and it works great. So that'll be something for future me and present me that will be much appreciated. Now I've got too much furniture again in the living room, so I'll have to see if I can put that armoire on Marketplace and maybe the chair on Marketplace and have somebody come and pick it up or donate it. I don't know. I have to see it. I'm not in a big hurry to get that done, but I would like to get it done before the winter sets in. So we'll see. But anyway, this month is going to be a low spend because of the window and the chair, and sometimes you just have to spend a little money to make your life comfortable. So I'm trying to cut out all the fat. By that I mean the extra stuff that I really don't need, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to pay for things that I do need. So you can save a lot of money just by pulling in the reins and not spending a lot of money on things that are really useless. So for me that means not going to the store very much, not going to Dollar Tree very much and picking up things for projects. I'm really trying to cut way back on projects because I have enough projects that could keep me busy for quite a while without buying something new. So that's what I'm concentrating on this month and the next few months, so that I can get some breathing room in the house. Now, I know a lot of people that their house isn't cluttered looking, but don't open their closets or their cupboards. But with me, I'm kind of the opposite. I like my cupboards and closets neat, and I don't like, well, there's a lot of stuff still in there, especially in my clothes closets, but there's room for everything. There isn't a whole lot of stuff just flying around in there that is waiting to assault me when I open the door and it comes flying out. So I guess we all have our own methods of coping with our stuff, but I want to cope with much less stuff and save some money on the way. I would like to eventually, if I have $100 here and $100 there, start investing in some other things just to see what I can do, because I don't know, with the stock market it's kind of getting scary. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so that is my budget for today, or for yesterday. Today I don't plan on spending anything. When I'm going to the cookout, I'm just going to take with me what I have and not stop at the store and buy more. So, all right, I will be back in a little while. Well, I'm saving some of these San Marzano tomato seeds, and these tomatoes I'm going to dehydrate because, as you can see, they hardly have any liquid tomato and very few seeds. And so I'm just going to save these, clean them up, dry them up, because San Marzano seeds are kind of on the expensive side. So I'm going to dehydrate these and in my little dehydrator. And then I'm going to turn them into a powder. So then you can use it for tomato paste, tomato sauce, whatever your needs are. So that's what I'm doing. I have all these peppers that I cut into strips. I'm going to freeze those. And then I made myself a little bit of summer squash and beans. I'll maybe add some more beans if there's any more out there. And then I'm just going to cook those up and have those for another meal. So I saved pepper seeds. These are from the red peppers. These are from the yellow peppers, because I want to try to winter sow those too. They say you can. I don't know, we'll see. But this way I won't have to waste money buying a lot of pepper seeds and have them not work in the winter sowing. So these are free. I'm going to give it a try. And they say you can also do tomatoes. Now with the San Marzano tomatoes, if you're not familiar with those are really good for sauce, because it makes a nice, rich, thick sauce. So, okay, that's what I'm doing this morning, finishing up my processing of the food. And I have a big, huge zucchini here that I'm going to just shred up some of it and freeze it and use it for making zucchini bread. Or I could make zoodles out of it. I've done that in the past before too. So all things that, and you can freeze it in single serving or double serving portions, which is nice. So that's what I'm doing this morning, trying to process this food. So when I freeze these, I like to freeze them flat. And what I like to do is kind of roll them up a little bit. I seal the top, and I just leave a little tiny space open so to get the air out. And then I seal it all the way up. And stick it in the freezer. That way I can break off pieces of it and not worry about it all being frozen in a clump. So that's how I freeze my peppers and onions and anything else that I want to freeze and preserve. Well, I'm sitting here this morning trying to think of what I have in the fridge, what I have in the freezer, and just really, really buckling down on preserving the food that I have. Because this morning I had a little bit of yogurt that went bad, I had some coconut cream that went bad, and I don't want to throw my money away. So I'm on a real mission to not waste anything. So apparently you can freeze yogurt, you can freeze guacamole, you can freeze hummus. So what I'm going to start doing with those is putting them in single serving containers and sticking those in the fridge, because a lot of times when you leave those things in the bigger containers and you forget about them, they get shoved to the back of the fridge, and then you open them up and you can't eat them because they're all moldy. So especially if you shop once a month, it's important to be able to preserve your food. And I really don't want to start shopping every week. I like the once a month shopping, but sometimes it does get a little difficult preserving the food that you bought for a whole month. So I have some grapes here, and I keep them in this little container. It's got like a, I don't know, little drainy thing, but I always keep them in here. It's got a little bit of an airflow. These are Rubbermaid. I got these online a long time, not online, I got these at Mark's a long time ago. And they do keep grapes pretty fresh. But what I've been doing lately, if the grapes are starting to get too old, I freeze them. And that works really well because they get a little sweeter when you freeze them. Not only that, but it's a nice summer treat. If you know, it's almost like a popsicle. You just pop a few of them in your mouth. Another thing that you can do if you have grapes that are getting too old is use them instead of ice cubes. Put them in a glass of wine or in a glass of juice or water. Flavor your water with them, so that way you don't have to throw your grapes out. I'm sure that would work with most fruits. You can always make a smoothie out of them too. So that's one way that I want to start preserving more of my fruit. Dehydrating tomatoes, peppers, onions, and then you can blend them up and make your own seasoning blend out of them. You can even throw in greens, and you can make a green powder, which is very nutritious, that you can add to soups and stews and spaghetti sauce and all kinds of different things for a little extra nutrition. And you can even freeze your, like if you buy the lettuce in the bags, you can freeze that, and then you know, it wouldn't be good to eat as a salad anymore, but you could put them in smoothies and things so that you'll have a, liquid salad. I know that sounds gross, but that would be very nutritious. So some of the ways I'm trying to think of to save my food so I don't have to go shopping even once a month. Now I know I'm going to have to buy things like flour and rice. I mean, I do have those things in my stash, but eventually, you know, if I don't continue to stock those up, I'll run out. But I'm going to try and grow as much as I can that I can eat and just keep my shopping to a very, very minimum, because I find that the older I get, the less I eat, because I'm more sedentary than I used to be. I don't burn as many calories, so I don't need that much food. Because if you continue to eat what you always ate, you tend to get a little hefty, and that's not healthy, so I don't want to do that either. So I think for me, cutting back on my portions a little bit won't hurt at all, because I could lose a few pounds. I could lose about 12 to 15 pounds, and I still wouldn't be too skinny. So, I mean, I'm not obese or overweight. Well, I'm a little bit overweight. I would say maybe 10 pounds, but I just don't need to eat that much food. It's not necessary. As long as it's nutritious food and it's good for me, then there's no problem. So anyway, that's what I'm going to try and work on, at least till the end of the year. I'm going to be working on cooking down my freezer and my refrigerator. I'm not going to document that. If you want to see the first go-round of that, I have 365 videos about that, probably about almost a year ago now. So, but I'm going to continue to do that because my freezers are still too full. And that will save me a ton of money, and I'll be able to get the things that I need now rather than putting that off for many months because I spent all the money on food when I already have food. So anyway, that's my plan, and you know, every now and then I'll give some meal suggestions that I come up with. If you find that useful, that would be good. Now, for those of you that are new here, I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat meat products, but I do eat plant protein. And some of the ones that I like to buy are kind of expensive. So, and I know people, oh, fake meat, but you know, whatever. Some of them I actually like, and I will continue to buy. But, you know, instead of eating 3 pieces of chicken strips, 1 or 2 is more than enough for me. So I'm going to monitor my portion size. And then hopefully, maybe by the end of the year, I can lose a couple pounds. I'm in no big hurry. If that happens, great. If it doesn't happen, then that's okay too. Because I'm not at an unhealthy weight. So those are my plans. What are you guys doing? Or do you have plans to save money on food, or what are you guys saving money on not buying? Share that with all of us, because I know a lot of you like to read the comments and share ideas, and I think that's wonderful that you do that. And I'm always happy to hear from you. I love interacting with you guys. I think it's a lot of fun. So I appreciate every single comment that you put on my videos. I also appreciate you subscribing to my channel. I'm working towards 5,000 subscribers, which isn't a big channel at all, but for me, that just makes me very happy. And hopefully by the end of the year, I'll get to 5,000. And so those are my plans. I'm going to be getting ready pretty soon to go to my cookout. So I still have to kind of do my nails. They're starting to chip. But, you know, doing your own nails saves a lot of money too. I was talking to my daughter, and once in a while she goes and has her nails done. And I asked her how much she pays for that. She does one of these, I don't know if it's a dippy thing or something, but her nail polish lasts about 3 weeks. So she said it costs $60. So it's like, well, I won't be doing that. So I do mine usually once a week, and it usually lasts a week. If I do get a chip on the tips, I just touch that up a little bit and put another coat on, and that works great. So that's what I do. And I know a lot of people say, oh, nail polish isn't good for you, but I know that. I'm aware, but I like the way it makes me feel, and I like the way it makes my nails look, to have them nicely polished. So anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee here. Cheers, my friends. This is still my morning coffee. It kind of sometimes turns into an all-day cup of coffee, but I try not to drink too much coffee because of reflux issues. But I figure 1 cup isn't that harmful. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Thanks for watching.